Zionsville, like high-end, upper-class Zionsville. My dad's a doctor, white dude, Mormon Republicans, and I remember the first time that we ever took her to, like, a place where there were other black people, and she was so scared. She was so scared of other black people because where she grew up, it's just, like, white people. In Zionsville, there aren't many black people, so it's, like, there's white people, and they talk well, they dress well, they know how to behave, and she went out, and, like, her first experience of black people was, like, pants sagging, and, like, being disrespectful to women, and, like, she hears, like, black music. She doesn't like black artists because it doesn't make her proud to be a black, like, an African American. Mm-hmm. And it makes me kind of sad because, like, I'm mixed, and I understand where she's coming from. Like, she's about to be 13, and she's not a proud African American. Like, she's not proud of her race. Like, she doesn't like to hang around all that because, like, the only depiction of African American that she's ever seen is this, like, negative slander, and it's like, it's not something that white people are putting on African Americans. It's like, I don't understand why, like, African Americans, you fight for so long to get all this recognition and, like, this freedom and equality, and you want, like, some credibility, and then you get to the top, and your image is just terrible, and you have people sitting around like this, like, what are you doing? And it's like, you fought so hard to get so high up, and you get there, and you're just tearing yourself right back down. Like, why isn't it like the 50s and the 60s where black men are, like, trying to go to college and they're trying to be educated lawyers? Why is that not, like, the majority?
Because they have that freedom now. So the African Americans in our generation aren't going to understand that fight. They're not going to understand what it means. They're not going to understand why, our elders were so emotional about a black president being elected who came from an Ivy League school, and his wife comes from, like, Chicago. That's what I was most proud of, is that this beautiful, educated woman came from south side of Chicago. Like, they're not going to understand what it took because it was basically, it was a way that was paved for them, and now they're basically, they're just there. They're not doing anything with those opportunities, and they don't understand how hard it was. But yet, when things get rough for them, or when, someone's telling them, giving them constructive criticism, they're just like, oh, well, they use being black as a crutch sometimes.
They use that race card a lot.
They use that race card a lot, and it's not even about that anymore.
This is my thing too. A lot of people automatically expect for us to use it. Everywhere I go, I don't keep in my back pocket that I'm black, but not only am I black, I'm a black woman. But it's sad that sometimes I'm around white people. For instance, I have an employee, and one time we were dealing with an issue, and I was trying to put in for another promotion, and she said to me, "You know what, Chanel? You'll get it. You know why? Because you're black and you're a black woman." Now I know companies have to meet a certain quota, like you have to have so many blacks and so many